All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining the webinar and welcome to the Bio and Big3Bio overview of the 2018 JPM Week receptions, events, and conferences. We're so glad that you have joined us today. My name is Willie Reeves, and I am the Director of Partnering Products and Services at the Biotechnology Innovation Organization, also known as BIO. And I would also like to introduce as my co-host, Mr. Tilton Little, Executive Director of Big3Bio. Tilton?
Hello, everyone, and thank you for attending. I'm Tilton Little, the Executive Director of Big3Bio. We are the aggregator service of the top 3 bioregions in the country: Boston, San Francisco Bay, and San Diego, and provide coverage for JPM Week for years, and look forward to doing this presentation with Willie. Thank you so much.
And a big thanks to Big3Bio for all of their help in co-producing this webinar. So who and what is BIO? We are the world's largest trade association representing the biotechnology industry and produce, among other events, the annual BIO International Convention, which will be taking place this year in Boston, Massachusetts, June 4th through 7th. So make sure to sign up for the convention. BIO also produces a number of other events for business development and licensing and other related events in 2018. And many of those include partnering with the BIO one-on-one partnering system. Up next after JP Morgan Week is the BIO CEO and Investor Conference, which will be held in New York City from February 12th and 13th at the New York Marriott Marquis near Times Square. There is definitely still time to register. It's a fantastic event, so we encourage you to visit bio.org/CEO for registration. And we would like to give a special thanks to our supporters who assisted with this webinar by either identifying receptions and events and or helping promote the webinar through marketing. So many thanks to McDougall Biomedical Communications, ShareVault, and the Trout Group. Thank you for all that you do. And I'd like to throw in a special shout out to my staff, the All-Star Bio Partnering team, who have done an amazing job over the past several weeks helping compile this list. So thanks, guys. All right, let's dive right in. We'll get started with a quick overview of BIO's JPM Week offering, and then look at a partial list of the company presentations happening during the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference in 2018. We will go through the receptions, followed by events, conferences, and then you'll hear from Tilton Little of Big3Bio with tips and other resources for JPM Week. So let's get started. BIO has heard for a number of years that it can be challenging to arrange meetings during JPM Week, which is such a critical time of the year for really our entire industry. And so for that reason, we are offering free access to the BIO one-on-one partnering system, which is the same platform that you may have used at the BIO International Convention, BIO CEO and Investor Conference, or other BIO partnering events. You can register for free access to the partnering system at bio.org/JPM. And insert note here, it is free. Actually free, no strings attached, we promise. It offers an event independent system for JP Morgan Week, so whether you're attending actual JP Morgan itself or like so many others going to be in San Francisco for meetings, it is open to you. It maintains your meeting history from other BIO events like the International Convention and allows you to schedule meetings in your own space at no cost or schedule meetings in BIO meeting space at low and competitive rates. And we'll talk a bit about BIO meeting space in just a few moments. This past year, in 2017, we scheduled more than 1,100 meetings during our inaugural year using the partnering system for JPM Week and are poised to break records this year. Let's take a quick look, a brief demonstration at how you can use the one-on-one partnering system to schedule meetings, should you, of course, go to bio.org/JPM and register for the system there. This is the home page, which will be a familiar site to many of you who have seen similar pages for other BIO partnering events. If you click the search button at the top in the partnering system, you will be taken to our very powerful search functionality here, which lets you search for potential partners, drill down by therapeutic area, and a host of other indicators. As of this morning, we have over 1,200 companies participating and 1,600 users and counting. That list grows every single day. as new people are applying to use the system. So definitely avail yourself of the partnering system. And you can click the new request button on any of these companies and send a meeting request. Once it gets accepted, you would click the schedule button here, or the other company. One quick note is that for JPM Week, the partnering system is a bit different than for other bio events. It's self-scheduling rather than like at the international convention where meetings are automatically scheduled. We know that people's schedules change all the time with JP Morgan Week and want to give you maximum flexibility. So if we click the schedule button here, we are taken to the scheduling screen. Red and yellow mean that the meeting can't be scheduled during that time, and the system tells you why, and green means go. So you can click an appropriate time slot that you want to meet with the other company, and you have two options. You can use a bio meeting point, which again comes at very competitive rates with an hour of free meeting space for bio member companies, or you can click to use your own meeting space, and that is free, and you can type in whatever location that you're planning on meeting in. So let's say that we click the Use a Bio Meeting Point button. We are taken here. You can select from this drop-down that has 30 or so different meeting points listed in it, and then the pricing is shown very clearly here. And once you schedule the meeting, you get to a simple confirmation and summary page that shows you all of the details. Now, where do these meetings go? How can you actually see them? Not only in the one-on-one partnering system are they visible, which you can also use to print your schedule at any time, but also in the handy-dandy, super powerful one-on-one partnering app, which I highly recommend that you download before arriving in San Francisco for JPM Week. The Bio Partnering app lets you view your partnering meetings. You can view all of the events and receptions that we're going to cover here today, as well as others that we'll add in the future, and help plan your evening schedule. So it's really kind of a one-stop shop. It's available for both Apple and Android devices, phones, and you can get it by searching for Bio 101. Now, next is the meeting space. Bio has heard for a number of years how challenging it is to find meeting space, and we understand that difficulty, which is why as an industry service, we are offering very competitively priced meeting space near Union Square. So the meeting points that you just saw in our partnering demo are basically in a ballroom at the San Francisco Marriott Marquis at 4th and Mission. It is a number of meeting tables with 4 to 6 chairs. We've also got some dedicated sponsor suites available, and if you are interested in one of those for your company, please visit bio.org/JPM and click sponsor up at the top for more information. But act quickly because we only have a few suites available. But for the regular meeting space, it comes at very competitive pricing. For bio member companies, a 30-minute meeting is only $50 and an hour-long meeting at $75. Non-member companies, $100 for a 30-minute meeting and $150 for an hour-long meeting. If you go to hotels.com or anything else where you can look for meeting space, you will find hotel rooms that, one, are not in Union Square, and two, are otherwise far away and are running well over $1,000. So this offers a really great opportunity and allows you to only pay for the time that you reserve, unlike a hotel room, which you would have for the entire day. And a special note for our bio member companies, you receive 1 hour of complimentary meeting space as a courtesy of your bio membership. Did you know about meeting space? We want to make sure that everyone is aware of this, that we should use caution if you're going to meet in hotel lobbies. A lot of hotels are now beginning to charge for just talking with someone in their lobby during JPM Week. The hotels know what JPM Week is. They know how important it is, which is why the hotel prices are very expensive. So if you're not sure, if you're in doubt, go to bio.org/JPM and reserve bio meeting space, and we will be happy to take care of you and see you at the San Francisco Marriott Marquis. There are some other JPM Week resources we'd like to talk about. This webinar recording will be made available online later this week. If you've registered or are on the webinar now, then you will receive an email in the coming days with a link to it. A downloadable JPM Week event list will also be available on bio.org/JPM, posted up this coming Friday. You can always go to the one-on-one partnering system if you've signed up. Again, it's free, or the partnering mobile app. And Tilton is going to talk later about Big3Bio's BioWeekSF, which is a premium website for JPM Week, has a lot of really great offers and resources there for you, as well as Big3Bio's On Your Mark Guide, which is a fantastic tool to help you prepare for JPM Week, and that will be coming out soon. Now, here's the really fun part, the Bio disclaimer. Please note that Bio and the Bio 101 Partnering System are not affiliated with the JP Morgan Conference or the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. We are unable to provide invitations to the event. BIO does not endorse any reception event or conference except ones that BIO sponsors. We cannot confer any reception invitations. We've also sought to provide accurate information here, but will not be held liable for any inaccuracies. And BIO event lists we make available to the life science community as a resource. But if it is marked as invitation only, then please do respect that. Another few things to mention are that most receptions take place in specific rooms within the venues that you'll see in this presentation. The rooms are not shown in the webinar, so you need to either go into the partnering system or access the list on bio.org/JPM later this week to view those room details. Some receptions have RSVP information available publicly online. Those links aren't shown in full text here, mainly because they're extremely long and don't make the slide look very nice, but they are available if you download this slide deck later this week. And just so that you know, most of the rest of the webinar is going through the list of receptions and events, but definitely stay around and don't miss Big3Bio's tips and tricks toward the end and the mentions of their special offerings that they've got for JPM week. And again, many of events are invitation only, so please respect that as noted. So let's go ahead and dive in and look at a partial list of company presentations at 2018 JP Morgan. Abbott is presenting on Monday at 4:00 p.m. Baxter also on Monday at 10 a.m. Conformis on Monday at a time to be announced soon. Cooper Companies will be on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Dexcom also Tuesday at 11:00 a.m. Health South on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Immunogen's presenting on Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. Intersect ENT on Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. Mallinckrodt on Monday at 7:30 a.m. Natus on Wednesday at 10 a.m., Wright Medical Group NV on Monday at 7:30 a.m., and Zoetis on Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. And we will continue to update this list as new company presentations are posted and made available. All right, let's take first a look at the consulting firm and CRO receptions. Let's dive right in. Deloitte's 2018 College Football National Championship Networking event. Join Deloitte to watch the 2018 College Football Playoff National Championship game and network with your colleagues. Enjoy food and drinks while cheering on your favorite team. It's at the Keystone Social House on 68 4th Street on Monday from 5 until 10 p.m. Deloitte also has the 2018 Whiskey Sips and Tips reception. Join them and your colleagues for great food, drinks, and conversation. Enjoy a live band and whiskey tasting bar at Hops and Hominy, 1 Tillman Place on Tuesday at 7:00 p.m. to 11 p.m. Bourne Partners Football at the Fairmont. Bourne Partners is a financial advisory, investment, and consulting firm founded in 2002 that focuses solely on fulfilling the unique needs of established middle-market healthcare and pharmaceutical companies across the globe. This event will be at the Fairmont San Francisco on 950 Mason Street on Monday at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Deloitte's Israeli Innovation Event. Deloitte will host a group of select Israeli startup companies to introduce their company and technology to an exclusive group of private equity investors and corporations. This is at the Martin Lawrence Gallery on 366 Geary Street on Tuesday from 5:30 to 8:00 p.m. McDermott and Ernst & Young's annual cocktail reception will be held at Spin. The evening will include cocktails, networking with healthcare and life science executives and investors while playing a game or two of ping pong. So that's at Spin on 690 Folsom Street on Tuesday at 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. The Terea Partners reception. Terea is a global investment banking boutique providing M&A, capital markets, and licensing advisory services to life sciences companies. This will be at Jones on 620 Jones Street on Tuesday from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Deloitte Women's Networking and Wine Tasting Event. Join Deloitte for a women's networking event bringing together an exclusive group of life sciences and healthcare and private equity executive professionals to network over a variety of local wines. Martin Lawrence Gallery, 366 Geary Street. This will be on Wednesday from 5:30 p.m. until 7:30 p.m. Worldwide Clinical Trials Pre-Party Power Up Happy Hour. Say that 5 times fast. Connect with members of the Worldwide Executive Management Team and other life science and biopharm executives. Recharge and enjoy some caffeinated, inspired cocktails before heading out for the party circuit, which you may not want to make it too much of a party circuit so that you can get all your meetings in for JPM. This event will be at Homage on 88 Hardy Place on Tuesday from 4 until 6 p.m. Next, let's take a look at the academic and university receptions. First up is the Artificial Intelligence in Healthcare section. The MIT Club of Northern California is the premier regional alumni club of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. They are hosting this event at Next World Capital on 836 Montgomery Street on Wednesday from 6 until 9 p.m. The Columbia Business School Alumni Reception. Alumni and guests are invited to kick off the new year by joining us for a reception and networking event during the conference. It includes hors d'oeuvres, beer, and wine at the JW Marriott on 515 Mason Street on Wednesday from 6 until 8 p.m. Stanford Graduate School of Business Healthcare Networking Mixer. Come and join GSB alumni and current students at this informal networking mixer as part of the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. It's going to be at Thirsty Bear on 661 Howard Street on Wednesday from 5:30 to 8 o'clock p.m. Next is the Haas Alumni Mixer. The Haas Healthcare Association and Berkeley Center for Health Technology invite you to the second annual Alumni Mixer Happy Hour. It's at Natoma Cabana on 90 Natoma Street on Thursday from 5:30 until 8 o'clock p.m. MedTech Innovator, Stanford Biodesign, and RCT Ventures Innovators Reception is going to be happening as well. The location is released to confirmed RSVPs only, and it's on Tuesday, January 9th from 6 until 9 o'clock p.m. You can request an invitation from events at medtechinnovator.org. And again, this event is invitation only. The Kauffman Fellows Cocktail Reception. Kauffman Fellows and mentors from all classes and disciplines are invited to join in the festivities. Please note this is a private invitation for those within the Kauffman Fellows Network. It's going to be held at Swig Bar on 561 Geary Street, Monday, January 8th from 5 until 7:30 p.m. Northwestern's Next, the future of bio-integrated electronics and reproductive health. Meet Northwestern's innovative startups in therapeutics, diagnostics, and devices. Watch keynote presentations by 2 Northwestern professors on technology that could change the future of medicine. This will be at Northwestern San Francisco on 44 Montgomery Street on Tuesday from 5 to 7 p.m. Pulcinelli and Matter College Football Championship Watch Party and Reception. Game on. Pulcinelli and Matter cordially invite you to join them for the College Football Playoff National Championship Watch Party. It's at Bartlett Hall on 242 O'Farrell Street on Monday from 5 to 8 p.m. Stanford's StartX Meds Healthcare Happy Hour. Come join StartX Meds network of Stanford's top medical founders, VCs, and industry leaders at the private event with an opportunity to connect in an intimate setting. This one is at Jones on 620 Jones Street on Wednesday from 4:30 to 7 o'clock p.m. UC San Diego's Alumni at JPM 2018. This is the 3rd annual UC San Diego Alumni at JPM Happy Hour, sponsored by the UC San Diego Alumni Association and the UC San Diego Division of Biological Sciences. This is at Jillian's at the Metreon, 175 4th Street, on Sunday from 5 to 7 o'clock p.m. UCSF Alumni Happy Hour. Join UCSF alumni, faculty, colleagues, and friends for complimentary drinks and light snacks at Tradition, a hip craft cocktail bar a few blocks from Union Square. This is at Tradition on 441 Jones Street on Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. WHCMAA at JP Morgan. Kick off the new year by joining fellow WHCMAA and other Wharton alums. Note, you must be a current WHCMAA or Wharton Club of Northern California dues-paying member to attend. Current Wharton School students are also invited. This is at Jones on 620 Jones Street on Wednesday from 8:30 until 11:30 p.m. Now, let's move on to the foundation, nonprofit, and association receptions. Starting with one of our own, the BIO and BioCentury Distillery Whiskey Tasting Event. BIO and BioCentury's 11th annual invitation-only event will again feature tastings of vintage single malt whiskeys, fine Irish whiskeys, Japanese whiskeys, and American ryes. This will be at the Mezzanine on 444 Jesse Street on Tuesday from 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. Biomed Realty and Biocom have the cocktail reception. Enjoy an evening of lively conversations with other life science colleagues and JPM conference attendees. This is at the Clift Hotel on 495 Geary Street on Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. Biopharm Insight Panel and Reception. Join us for a panel discussion as key opinion leaders and industry experts take on the tough questions in the field. Topics to be discussed include next-generation IO therapeutics, pricing and reimbursement expectations, and more. This is at the Chandran Art Gallery on 459 Geary Street on Tuesday from 5:30 until 8:30 p.m. Next is the Biotech Association's reception at JP Morgan Conference. This one is hosted by Arizona Bio, Biocom, Bio New Jersey, Michigan Bio, the Montana Bioscience Alliance, New York Bio, and South Dakota Biotech. The goal of the Biotech Association's wine reception is to bring together JPM participants from across the U.S. at a single event driven by local bioscience trade groups. This will be at the Marker on 501 Geary Street on Sunday from 4 to 7 p.m. Next is the Every Life Foundation, which presents a rare fair for rare diseases. Join venture capitalists, biotech, and finance executives for a spectacular networking and wine tasting event. This is at the Sir Francis Drake Hotel on 450 Powell Street on Sunday from 6:30 until 10 o'clock p.m. Foley Hoag and Mass Bio's Biotech Networking Reception. Please join Foley Hoag and Mass Bio for a casual evening of cocktails, hors d'oeuvres, and networking at Morton's on 400 Post Street. This will be on Monday from 5:30 until 8:30 p.m. The JP Morgan BioBreak Networking Happy Hour. Please join BioBreak for their third National BioBreak during JP Morgan Healthcare Conference on January 7th. The location for this event is released to confirmed RSVPs, and it's happening on Sunday from 5:30 until 8 o'clock p.m. National Venture Capital Association Life Science Investor Dinner between NVCA, Silicon Valley Bank, and ORIC. They are hosting a networking reception, dinner, and presentation at Morton's on 400 Post Street on Wednesday from 7 to 9 o'clock p.m. Partnering with Gladstone. Gladstone Partner Reception. Industry participants and partners are invited to learn about collaboration opportunities during the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference by Gladstone Institutes. This will be held at the Caldwell Snyder Gallery on 341 Sutter Street on Wednesday from 5 until 7 p.m. Virginia Reception by Virginia Bio. This is a Virginia reception for companies, colleagues, and those interested in meeting or learning more about Virginia and its companies at the Clift Hotel on 495 Geary Street on Sunday from 5 to 7 p.m. WBL Reception. WBL, Women Business Leaders of the U.S. Healthcare Industry Foundation, is a national nonprofit organization bringing together a peer group of senior executive women from all parts of the healthcare industry. It's at the Boda Restaurant on 490 Geary Street on Monday at 5:30 p.m. Next, let's look at the investor and investor relations receptions. Starting with the BTIG Healthcare Reception. BTIG is a global financial services firm specializing in institutional trading, investment banking, research, and related brokerage services. This is at the Olympic Club on 524 Post Street on Tuesday from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Next up is the Canaccord Genuity Cocktail Reception. Canaccord Genuity Group, Inc. is a leading independent full-service financial services firm with operations in two principal segments of the securities industry, wealth management and capital markets. It's at the Park Central Hotel on 53rd Street on Tuesday from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. 6:30 to 9 o'clock p.m. Claris Ventures Cocktail Reception. Claris is a leading global investment firm dedicated to life sciences. At E&O Kitchen and Bar, one of my personal favorite locations in San Francisco, on 314 Sutter Street on Monday from 6 until 9 o'clock p.m. Evercore ISI Healthcare Burgers and Beers Mix and Mingle. That is a lot of alliteration. Good job. The Evercore ISI Healthcare team, Ross Vijay, Mike, Umar, and Josh, will be hosting the 6th Annual Burgers and Beers Healthcare Mix and Mingle during the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. This is at Burger Bar on 251 Geary Street, number 6, on Monday from 5 to 8:30 p.m. H.C. Wainwright & Company's Cocktail Reception and Dinner. H.C. Wainwright & Company is a specialty investment bank dedicated to the advancement of medical breakthroughs across all areas of the life sciences sector. This is at the Sir Francis Drake Hotel on 450 Powell Street on Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. And this one is invite only with RSVP required. Bio's JP Morgan Open House and Reception. BIO invites JPM attendees to our accelerator space to mingle with early-stage life science founders. This is at BIO on 479 Jesse Street on Wednesday from 4 until 7 o'clock p.m. Latenberg Thalmann and Company's Cocktail Party. Latenberg Thalmann and Company, Inc., Latenberg's investment bank, has been a member of the New York Stock Exchange for 135 years and offers a full suite of investment banking and capital markets products and services. This is at Jasper's on 405 Taylor Street on Tuesday from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Maxim Group LLC's Cocktail Reception. Maxim Group is a leading full-service investment banking, securities, and wealth management firm headquartered in New York. This is at Anzu at Hotel Nico, another fantastic venue, 222 Mason Street on Tuesday from 6 until 9 o'clock p.m. Oppenheimer and Company's Inc. Cocktail Reception. You can RSVP to carolyn.chung at opco.com by Wednesday, January 3rd for this event, which is at Bourbon and Branch on 501 Jones Street on Tuesday from 9 o'clock p.m. until midnight. RBC Capital Markets Healthcare Client Gathering featuring a college football game. RBC Capital Markets is a premier global investment bank providing expertise in banking, finance, and capital markets to corporations, institutional investors, asset managers, and governments around the world. This is at Momo's on 760 2nd Street on Monday from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock p.m. Rock Health 2018 Happy Hour. Join us in celebrating JPM with the entrepreneurs, investors, and industry leaders working to change healthcare. The location is released to confirmed RSVPs, and this event is held on Monday from 6 until 9 p.m. Trout Group's Championship Watch Party. The Trout Group is a leading global investor relations and strategic advisory firm servicing the life sciences industry. This event is at the Chieftain Irish Pub and Restaurant on 198 5th Street on Monday from 5:30 until 7 o'clock p.m. Venrock's Annual Celebration of Healthcare. Venrock Healthcare Capital Partners is a fund dedicated to investments in publicly held development stage and late stage private healthcare companies. This is at Local Edition on 691 Market Street on Tuesday from 5:30 to 9 o'clock p.m. Let's move on to the law firm receptions. The Aaron Fox Cocktail Reception, also with the Bay Area Council Economic Institute and Kaiser Associates, are pleased to invite you to a cocktail reception and a special policy briefing. This is at Aaron Fox on 55 2nd Street on Tuesday from 4:30 until 6:30 p.m. Baker McKenzie Cocktail Reception. Fire up your hashtag JPM18 week with Baker McKenzie. Join them for cocktails and canapes on the eve of the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. This is at International Smoke on 301 Mission Street on Sunday from 7 until 10 o'clock p.m. Davis Polk's Cocktail Reception. Davis Polk and Wardwell LLP is a global law firm with offices strategically located in the world's key financial centers. It's at the Museum of Modern Art on 151 3rd Street on Tuesday from 6:30 until 9:30 p.m. Goodwin Wine and Cheese Networking Hour. Goodwin is a global 50 law firm with a history of working on groundbreaking matters and an increasingly focused approach to working with clients in the financial, private equity, real estate, technology, and life sciences industries. This is at the St. Regis on 125 3rd Street on Wednesday from 4 o'clock until 5 o'clock p.m. Goodwin celebrates annual wine and beer tasting event. For more information, please visit the link on your screen, goodwinlaw.com/minisite/JPM. This is at the Press Club on 20 Yerba Buena Lane on Monday from 6:30 until 9:30 p.m. KPMG, the digital evolution in biotech and pharma. KPMG is a global network of professional firms providing audit, tax, and advisory services. This is held at KPMG on 55 2nd Street on Monday from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. Latham & Watkins Cocktail Reception. Latham & Watkins is a global law firm with more than 2,400 lawyers in its offices located in Asia, Europe, the Middle East, and the United States. The firm has internationally recognized practices in a wide spectrum of transactional, litigation, corporate, and regulatory areas. This reception is at Jones on 620 Jones Street on Monday from 5 to 9 p.m. McDonald, Bonin, Hulbert, and Berghoff reception. Join MBHB for a sham-rocking good time at the Kells Irish Restaurant and Pub, which is on 530 Jackson Street, on Tuesday from 8 p.m. until 1 a.m. You can RSVP at events@mbhb.com. The Morgan Lewis Wine Reception. Morgan Lewis provides comprehensive litigation, corporate, finance, restructuring, employment and benefits, and IP services in all major industries, helping clients address and anticipate challenges across vast and rapidly changing landscapes. This is at the Sir Francis Drake Hotel on 450 Powell Street, Tuesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Ropes and Gray Panel and Reception, recent developments and current market trends in global M&A. Please join a panel of industry experts and Ropes and Gray attorneys as they dive into the market trends and key considerations regarding cross-border life sciences M&A. This is at the St. Regis on 125 3rd Street on Sunday from 3 to 7 p.m. The Royce Healthcare Reception. Join Royce Law for hors d'oeuvres and cocktails during the 36th Annual JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. This is at the Marines Memorial Club and Hotel on 609 Sutter Street on Thursday from 6 till 8 p.m. Simpson Thatcher Healthcare Perspectives Program and Networking Reception. This event is invitation only. For more information, please contact M. Nichols with 2 L's at stblaw.com. It's at the Battery on 717 Battery Street on Tuesday from 5 to 8 p.m. Squire Patton Boggs Eve of Conference Reception. Please join us as we host a reception on the eve of the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. This is at Scala's Bistro on 432 Powell Street on Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m. Now, let's take a look at some of the early morning events for those of you who are early risers. We'll kick it off with the 4th Annual MIT Sloan and HST Alumni Breakfast. Please join us for breakfast and networking at the 4th Annual MIT Sloan HST Alumni Breakfast during the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference in San Francisco. This year's event is sponsored by Evercore and SciMath Therapeutics. This is at the Grand Hyatt San Francisco on 345 Stockton Street on Tuesday from 7 to 9 o'clock a.m. The Alliance for Regenerative Medicine's State of the Industry Briefing. Don't miss your chance to attend the largest cell and gene therapy focused annual event taking place during JP Morgan Week. It's at the Park 55 on 55 Cyril Magnin Street on Monday from 8 a.m. to 9:50 a.m. Endpoints Breakfast Panel. Where is the cancer R&D revolution headed? Join Endpoints and the Cancer Research Institute for a panel discussion with oncology newsmakers. It's at the Hilton San Francisco Union Square on 333 O'Farrell Street on Tuesday from 7 o'clock to 8:45 a.m. Fierce Biotech's Executive Breakfast. Join Fierce Biotech for a panel discussion at the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. Are we seeing a genuine reblooming of biomedical innovation? Is biotech, notably young biotech, ready to bring in the money, partners, and investors needed to fuel R&D? Panelists will discuss this and more at the Fairmont San Francisco on 950 Mason Street on Tuesday from 7 o'clock to 8:30 p.m. 7 o'clock a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Goodwin Speaks, Accessing U.S. Capital from Asia. From crossover financings to IPOs and follow-on offerings. Market update and guide for emerging growth biotechnology companies based in Asia. At the St. Regis on 125 3rd Street on Wednesday from 8 o'clock to 9:30 a.m. KOL Breakfast with Dr. Thomas Gajewski, UChicago Medical Center. Thomas Gajewski, MD, PhD, investigates and develops new treatments for patients with melanoma. This is at the Handlery Hotel on 351 Geary Street on Tuesday from 7:30 a.m. till 8:30 a.m. McDougall Biomedical Communications Fun Run. At MBI, our passion for communicating science and medical breakthroughs energizes us to come to work every day, and our belief in the importance of our clients' missions instills a level of customer service unmatched in our industry. The fun run is on Union Square, Monday, January 8th from 6 until 8 o'clock a.m. Springboard Enterprises Life Science Council Breakfast and Networking Reception. Springboard's Life Science Council is a well-connected, highly respected group of experts across the world of biotech, pharma, medical devices, and health IT who invest their human capital in Springboard and the pipeline of high-growth, women-led companies. This is an invitation-only event. Chandran Gallery on 459 Geary Street on Monday from 7:30 until 9:30 a.m. Trout Group's 5K and 10K run. The Trout Group is the leading global investor relations and strategic advisory firm servicing the life sciences industry. This is at the Warming Hut on 993 Marine Drive, no RSVP needed, on Sunday from 10 to 11 a.m. Trout Group also with the China Breakfast, a review of biotech deals and partnerships in China. Trout Group is the leading global investor relations and strategic advisory firm servicing the life sciences industry at the Handlery Hotel on 351 Geary Street on Wednesday from 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Now let's take a look at daytime events. Accenture's Health Tech Innovation Challenge at the Startup Health Festival. Lead innovation partner Accenture hosts the final round of the Health Tech Innovation Challenge at The Village on 969 Market Street on Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. BDO's panel trifecta at the annual JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. Join us for an intimate summit of top executives in biotech, pharma, private equity, venture capital, and more at the Four Seasons Hotel, San Francisco, 757 Market Street on Wednesday from 8:30 a.m. until 1 o'clock p.m. eChinaChem Incorporated BD and Investment Workshops. Your portal to the Chinese market, biopharmaceutical and medical device BD and investment workshops during JP Morgan. This is at K&L Gates Law Firm on 4 Embarcadero Center, Suite 1200, January 8th and 9th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Goodwin Speaks, Biosimilars Landscape 2018. This seminar will cover several reporters covering the life sciences industry, focusing on recent market developments in the biosimilar space and their impact on the year ahead. This is at the St. Regis, 125 3rd Street, on Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Goodwin Speaks, Hot Topics in Healthcare Regulation for Healthcare IT, Digital Health, and Healthcare. We are a global 50 law firm with a history of working on groundbreaking matters, increasingly focused approach to working with clients in the financial, private equity, real estate, technology, and life sciences industries. This is at the St. Regis on 125 3rd Street on Wednesday from 2 to 4 o'clock p.m. Innovation in Action at Penn. Join the Penn Center for Innovation for a fireside chat with two key leaders of the Penn-Novartis CAR-T partnership and an exploration of the next wave of innovation underway at the University of Pennsylvania, moderated by noted biotech journalist Luke Timmerman. Networking reception to follow at the Wharton San Francisco on 2 Harrison Street on Monday from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. McDermott, a case study on cross-border investment from Asia into the U.S. life sciences market. Participate in a case study discussion of successful cross-border investments linking the life sciences hubs in Asia, Europe, and the United States at the Ritz-Carlton on 600 Stockton Street on Monday from 4 to 6 p.m. McDermott, a lunchtime conversation with digital health pioneers. Join us for lunch, networking, and a conversation with Sean Duffy, co-founder and CEO of Omada Health, Ashley Reed, founder and CEO of Wellist, and Liz Rocket, director at Kaiser Permanente Ventures. It's at the Ritz-Carlton on 600 Stockton Street on Monday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. McDermott and Ernst & Young's Leaders Forum. McDermott and EY will present a forum of select thought leaders addressing comprehensive industry trends and implications faced by investors and operators in a dynamic healthcare services business climate at the Ritz-Carlton on 600 Stockton Street on Tuesday from 7:45 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. Pepper Hamilton's Annual Science Summit. Pepper Hamilton's Annual Science Summit brings together those with common clinical and commercial interests in a forum uniquely tailored to the needs and interests of companies focused in a particular area. This is at the Hilton San Francisco on 333 O'Farrell Street on Tuesday from 3:30 until 6:30 p.m. Rare in the Square by Global Genes. Rare in the Square participants are offered unparalleled visibility and opportunities to collaborate to forge partnerships that catalyze rare disease innovation and therapeutics. It's at Union Square across from the Westin St. Francis, 335 Powell Street, from Monday, January 8th to Wednesday, January 10th, 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. The Trout Group's networking lunch and tennis event. And the Trout Group is leading global investor relations and strategic advisory firm servicing the life sciences industry. This event is at the Bay Club on 645 5th Street. Is invite only with an RSVP required on Sunday at 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. The Wuxi Global Forum 2018 and Reception, a celebration of global partnerships. Now in its 6th year, the Wuxi Global Forum at the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference brings together more than 1,000 industry leaders. It's at the Grand Hyatt on 345 Stockton Street on Monday from 2 to 7 p.m. Now, let's look at some of the conferences going on during the JP Morgan week. We're almost there. FreeMind's 13th Annual Non-Dilutive Funding Summit. The 13th Annual Non-Dilutive Funding Summit is a free educational event that brings together hundreds of life science industry leaders to learn from various funding sources about their interests, goals, and funding objectives. It's at the Marines Memorial Hotel on 609 Sutter Street on January 10th, 2018. And as a reminder, anything with these links, such as the conference website link that you see on screen here, those links will all be available when you download the list of receptions from bio.org/JPM this coming Friday. Biotech Showcase attracts a wide range of business leaders, including senior executives of leading biotech companies, BD teams from large and mid-sized pharmaceutical companies, investors, and other industry experts. It's at the Hilton Union Square on 333 O'Farrell Street from January 8th through the 10th. The CSSI Life Sciences Partnering Forum. The annual CSSI Life Sciences Partnering Forum is an exclusive partnering and networking event that brings together and connects startup and mature bioscience and medical device companies looking for capital or who are actively merging and acquiring companies. Hilton Union Square, 333 O'Farrell Street, January 8th to the 10th, 2018. The CTIC Cross-Border Healthcare Investment Summit. CTIC Capital is dedicated to creating valuable connections through the annual summit for U.S. companies interested in raising capital and developing business relationships in China. It's at the Hyatt Regency on 5 Embarcadero Center on January 7th. The East-West CEO Conference. East-West CEO is a networking forum for industry CEOs and decision makers in the life sciences. Attendees gain insights from presentations and discussion panels featuring CEOs from several of the world's leading biopharmaceutical companies. It's at the Four Seasons Hotel on 757 Market Street from January 6th through the 7th. Resi, Redefining Early Stage Investments. Learn from life science investors and understand their investment strategies. Listen to current fundraising life science CEOs as they describe their process in developing a fundraising strategy, and get to know the experts as they explain the valuation process and other post-academia commercialization topics. This is at the Marines Memorial Club and Hotel on 609 Sutter Street on January 9th. The 5th Annual Dermatology Summit. This conference uniquely brings together members of the financial community and business leaders from established and emerging companies in the dermatology space to help foster investment and partnerships in the next generation of dermatology companies and products. It's at the Palace Hotel on 2 New Montgomery Street on January 7th. The Neuroscience Innovation Forum. The program will cover biopartnering for CNS with industry keynotes and panels on Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, neuropsychiatry, and pain management. There are panels on innovation in neurotech covering banking, device, diagnostics, and software. It's at the Marines Memorial Hotel on 609 Sutter Street on January 7th. UCSF's Digital Orthopedics Conference. The aim of the UCSF Digital Orthopedics Conference San Francisco is to catalyze the implementation of technological solutions in the world of orthopedics. It's at the Intercontinental on 888 Howard Street from January 6th to the 7th. All right, we have made it through in a record 45 minutes. We've made it through all of the receptions, events, and conferences that we have found up to this point. Please keep in mind that BIO will be constantly updating this list, and you can find the latest and greatest version at any time in the BIO 101 partnering system or in your BIO 101 mobile app. And the list will also be updated a few more times before JPM week. You can always see the latest and greatest on bio.org/JPM. Now I'd like to turn it over to Tilton Little, Executive Director of Big3Bio, to cover JPM Week tips and tricks and other resources that will be valuable for you. Tilton?
Thank you, Willie. Thank you so much for everything as far as the information so far. It's very, very, very helpful for everyone I know. Everyone, thank you again for attending. We have started BioWeekSF this year as our inaugural year. It's a premium-based website. It's dedicated to JPM Week, and it provides all of its members several different benefits, including customized consulting, also deals, discounts, and giveaways. More on that in a bit. News and updates. We have an event portal in which you could go ahead and look at all the events in which Willie discussed and goes into detail about those as far as the links and and further details about updates on those and other resources, including webinars and reports that basically help you in your time there at JPM Week. Of note, we do have a hotel stay giveaway for our inaugural year. This is for anyone who does not have a hotel stay, hotel at this point. We know those could be very difficult and, of course, very, very expensive. This is exclusively for our members for this year, and so you still have a chance for that. Our drawing is on December 15th, so make sure you go to BioWeekSF.com to be sure to register and be a part of the website and get a chance to win that drawing. Next one. And so, as we go forward, you know, you will always hear a lot of advice about JPM Week, and we have some also in our On Your Mark guide, and more on that in a bit. You know, essentially, you know, you'll always, you know to take care of the basics. You'll make sure you have as many business cards as possible. You know, you don't, it's inexcusable not to run out of those, and to make sure you wear comfortable shoes. You'll be doing a lot of walking. But these are my big three, you know, the BIO. So here are some big three for me, and I say this often in different ways for everyone who's attended. First of all, of course, time management. You want to make sure you plan wisely for all of your time at JPM Week, and you're thinking about every aspect as far as, you know, you're from waking up to going to sleep. Every aspect of what you're going to be doing with your time, make sure you plan wisely. And that means is don't overschedule. Make sure you don't put everything, as many things as possible in your schedule to make sure that you're trying to go to every meeting and so forth. This will be problematic. You'll find yourself always falling a little bit late, of course, or some things will need to change. Some things need to be rearranged. You want to make sure you have a sense of understanding that, you know, things can change on a daily basis. And that's why we say also leave holes in your week. Leave some time, space in your partnering system there with the host bio. Make sure that there's some open spaces there for you to be able to work with as you go through things. The second big tip is quality over quantity. You know, that's a part of this following up on the scheduling, is that, you know, there's so much that you certainly want to accomplish in JPM Week. We understand that, but there's also an aspect where you don't want to have meaningless meetings. You will have just to schedule meetings just to have them, or go to receptions just to go. You want to make sure that you have really, really chosen those things wisely, and that you will always try to go for the most productive and the most meaningful things for you and your company. Lastly, we have talked a lot about receptions, and certainly I want to say enjoy yourself there. I certainly like to just give you some other things that are going on. Please enjoy yourself, but keep in mind that this is certainly a time in which, you know, your time there will be very important. So you want to make sure that you drink a lot of water. I stress that for almost anyone there, is as you go through the day and you don't feel like you need it, you definitely do. There'll be times in which you're trying to energize yourself in the sense that it makes you sleep and so forth. But also when it comes to going to the receptions and going to other things, just don't overdo it. You have a time there that you really want to maximize, and so therefore make sure you choose your beverages wisely. Thank you, Willie. Thank you. And also, lastly, I want to acknowledge our BioWeekSF sponsors and partners. They were, they very important for us this year as far as everything that we did and everything that we're doing with BioWeekSF and with the On Your Mark guide. Our launch sponsor was Torreya Sponsors, which you heard earlier, has a reception. Venture Valuation, TriNet, and Charles River were our premier sponsors. CLSA, McDermott, Will, and Emory, and Silicon Valley Bank are our gold sponsors. Silver is Lavoie Health Science, Sloan Partners, and Halloran Consulting Group. And also our partner, of course, welcome partner, thank you, BIO, for being our welcome partner this year. And our advisory partner is Potrero Hill Advisors in San Francisco. They've also been the sponsors. All of these have also been the sponsor partners of our On Your Mark guide, which is our annual PDF guide that we put out in regards to really helping everyone, as far as all JPM Week stakeholders, get a firm handle on the week and have a good understanding about opportunities and everything that's available for them. That will be available next week. Look out for that information about that, and we look forward to providing you with an excellent resource. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Tilton, for that great information, and we hope that some of you will take advantage of the Big3Bio's resources and BioWeek SF. All right, thank you all so very much for everyone on the webinar, for everyone coming to JP Morgan. Thank you for all that you do and for the important contributions that you make to human health and to the life sciences industry. If you are looking for more information about BIO's JPM Week offerings, partnering system, want to reserve BIO meeting space, we also have refreshments available for you, to Tilton's point about drinking water. If you use our meeting space, please visit bio.org/JPM. For details on BioWeekSF, please email info@bioweeksf.com. And if you'd like to have your reception or event or conference featured in BIO's listing, either in the slide deck or in the list that we will post later, please shoot an email over to biopartnering@bio.org. And as a reminder, this list will be made available online this Friday, and we will continue to update it in the lead up to the JP Morgan Healthcare Conference. Thank you so much, everyone, once again, and we look forward to seeing you in San Francisco. Bye-bye. And thanks again, Tilton from Big3Bio as well.
Thank you. Bye-bye.